Hello, 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 welcome to Doug Outdoors. Hello, where I never leave the house. If you're new here, welcome. Thought I'd do a little video about this before I have to sell it or pawn it. The Umarex Steel Strike. Umarex makes a lot of really cool stuff. Fairly inexpensive too. It's sub $100, close to it. I got lucky and got this before the ban in New York State. You literally can't even buy a wee zapper on Amazon and have it sent to New York State. It's just pathetic. The knives and the toys that you can't get here, oh god, it's just disgusting. It's so stupid. Hot pink wee zappers and stuff. Just ridiculous. But anyway, I want to say the very first thing I should bring up about this, it has a 6-shot burst. You can do single shot or flip the selector to 6. I'm not even joking. 5 of them are going to come straight back at your face every single time. You have got to wear safety glasses with this thing. It's not optional at all. You have got to. I'm not even joking. I promise you, every single pull of that trigger on burst of 6, 5 of them are coming straight back at your head every single time. So this is literally the poster child for safety glasses. It's unbelievable. But anyway, other than that, it is a lot of fun. A 6-round burst is pretty cool. It's super fast. And we'll do some videos on it. It is definitely fun. It's loaded with rails. This did not come with it. This is a cheap little accessory. But yeah, it's covered in rails. Put a lot of stuff on there. They're saying 400 feet per second, which is respectable. But it does take 2 CO2s. So it should be a little bit severer than that, in my opinion, but no biggie. Let's go through it together. Pretty interesting little setup. How's my frame? Yeah, alright, I guess. A little higher. It's like a $12 little accessory that I like just because it doubles as a stand. You know, but pretty clever little loading system. You could get up to 900 in here, and then you will stage it simply by pulling out the bottom here and putting it right back in, and it stages, I think, 28. Even though Amazon says 30, it's not 30. I counted. What else? Before I load that, there's no CO2 in it. The stock comes clean off, and it came with a Allen wrench. It is long gone. I don't have the slightest clue where that ended up. 6mm. And they go in there opposing, one down, one up. These haven't been cracked yet. So, yep, one facing that way, one facing that way. And there's a cracker on this and a cracker on the inside, so it does them both. Any cracker. Not going to crack it just yet. Right in my coffee. Nice shot. I'm super tired. I've been up forever. That's actually the second time I got coffee on this morning. Shit didn't land in there. It's so freaking dusty and dirty. It is adjustable stock. Just cocking it. You get just like a charging handle on an M16. Here is the selector. Safe. single 6-shot burst. The magazine releases on this side. Little flip-up sights are kind of cool. I imagine you could put, you know, a little red dot or something on there, spice it up. I was thinking about it, but I don't know. This isn't really, you'll see when you shoot, it's not really a scope type of rifle. It's just weird. You know, 6-shot burst kind of comes out like a shotgun. You don't, it's weird. Scope doesn't really, maybe a red dot. I shouldn't have slugged that right in the ear. What else about this thing? For under 100, you know. Hopefully you don't live in New York though, because you won't be able to get it shipped to your house. I don't know how, I just slipped it in right before they changed it. It's weird that some of the stuff, if you look enough, you'll find what you're looking for. It's really strange. Good examples like semi-automatics, semi-automatic pellet rifles and pistols will not ship to your location, but I looked and looked. I finally found one. Actually, I even found a switchblade, like a serious, real ass killer switchblade, which was odd. You know, you can't even get like a freaking Swiss Army knife sent to you in New York. I got very lucky finding that. It was cheap too. I think I bought like 3 of them. I gave them away as gifts. They were super cool. Shot out of the front and retracted, real hard, snappy, super snappy. I made a real good gift. People are hugging me for it. What else? Yeah, Umarex is also known to have the best CO2s if you're going to buy a bunch of CO2s, from what I've heard. And even just from use, it seems like it is. You get the Umarex a little bit more out of them, the CO2 canisters. Yeah, you could accessorize the crap out of it if you wanted. There's a whole bunch of cheap stuff on here. A little flashlight, laser pointer, halo sight, loader up. Yeah, I actually saw this in somebody else's video. Oh, gotta have it. It was pretty cheap. Well worth it. A lot of times these don't fit in regular rifle stands. They're just awkward and they don't fit right, especially with the magazine in there. Alright. Once the sun comes up, we'll let a few fly. It's so early. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, I think. I feel like taking them out back to my garage right now. Like in an hour at least. Yeah. They make a whole bunch of like the Steel Storm. That one's like a little Uzi. The Strike Force, which is almost like an M16 looking one. Yeah, here's a cool one. You won't be able to get that here. Guarantee it. Yeah, this item cannot be shipped to your location. Such BS, man. I'm not even kidding. Like, about the Wii Zapper, you literally can't get a Wii Zapper sent to your house. you look through them long enough, you'll find what you're looking for. You just gotta sometimes look. There's a million products of every single one of these. That's gonna be my next video right here. This was a little bit disappointing. I thought it was gonna be better than it was. And again, will not deliver to your location. I must have got in before the ban. I'm trying to figure out what that is though. If you could supposedly clip out maybe a suppressor. It has a removable, the weirdest thing. I don't know what the hell it is. It just comes off. My only guess is it's like for a suppressor maybe. If I can do it without breaking it. Yeah, let's see if this dives into what the hell that is. Suppressor ready, maybe. There's definitely something going on here. They need to mention it. It's good about this item. Website. And it almost looks like there's a little slot for some type of accessory to go into. Denied. Sorry, that's all. Maybe the website will dive into what the heck that is. Or not. Realistic recoil, dropout magazine. One of the most exciting and fun BB rifles ever created. I don't know about that. Yeah, didn't say crap. I'm sure these videos talk about it. It's all dusty. Claim to fame is it's a great training aid because it's real weight, realistic shooting. Has to be for some type of sport.
To load the MP5K,
Oh my god.
unsafe, and remove the magazine. Remove the top and bottom pins. Remove the nut stop. Place a drop of oil onto the CO2 cylinder.
Whoops.
Place the CO2 into the gun. Place the buttstock back on the MP5K and put the pins back in place.
That's a weird one too. Comes apart kind of strange. Push pins out. Very realistic actually.
Be sure to dry fire the MP5K to make sure the gun is operating correctly before loading the magazine. Put the gun back on safe and load the magazine. To load the magazine, push the follower down until it catches. Pull back the BB catch and add the BBs. Now release the follower. Place the magazine in the gun, and you're ready to rock and roll.
Yep, not a word about it. To set up some cool stuff to shoot at for video purposes. The one time I had this old pair of ski boots. I wish I would have did a better job videotaping it because they're so old and brittle. They freaking exploded. I got super glue all over me. I wonder what the hell's on my hands. Step on that later. The old drop of oil. Our old electrician Dave told me that trick and I forgot all about it. Completely forgot. So don't overdo it at all, just one tiny little drop. Oiler.
Stay tuned for Air Gun Detectives.
Welcome to another episode of Air Gun Detectives. Today, we're going to take the mystery out of the H&K, which stands for Heckler & Koch, MP5. This is a CO2 5.1 steel BB gun. It's a semi-automatic. Before we get started, take care of some business. Do me a favor, and if you could hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. Get subscribed to the channel. That's what we live for. And in addition to that, if you'd like to be notified of any new videos coming out through the little bell, just hit that little bell. It's actually below, but it looks just like this. And in addition to that, love your feedback. Please give us a thumbs up. Motivates us, keeps us going, which I highly appreciate. And also check out my website at www.airgundetectives.com. Oh, and a little bit more business. Don't forget, I got you guys set up with these firearm guards, which you can totally save your investment. They eliminate moisture and freshen the air, but they'll save your investment, your guns, anything. You know, I can throw one of these in a gym bag. However, my gym bag's just been sitting around because the gyms still aren't open. But anyway, don't forget www.firearmguards with plural with an S.com, and under 15 bucks, made in America. Enter the promo code AirGun. That's just for you guys, and you get free shipping. Okay, enough with that. Let's move on and talk about our MP5. I think, obviously, I'm going to bring you guys something different every once in a while. So, I'm bringing you this MP5. This is actually a nice little replica, and it takes a 12-gram CO2. It's metal and plastic both, but the plastic, it's pretty, it's almost like a military grade. So it's actually pretty heavy. The gun weighs almost 4 pounds. It's really close to it. But it has a 40-round magazine, detachable magazine, right here. As we said, it shoots the 5.1 steel BBs. It also takes this 12-gram CO2. It's semi-automatic, which is pretty awesome. You just keep pulling the trigger until your 40 rounds are gone. And the cool thing about this gun is when you come to your last round, you can't pull the trigger anymore, so you're not wasting any CO2. So it's pretty frugal on CO2. So you get the forward grip just like this. It does have a folding stock, which is actually pretty cool, and that just slides up like that. So if you want to shoot this thing like a pistol,
That didn't sound very good.
Pretty cool. I like the whole little curve. So it's actually quite the replica. And this does have a little blowback here. So when you're actually firing this thing, it does have that semi-automatic feel, which you actually feel the bolt come back on it. So anyway, 6-inch barrel. It's not a very long barrel. It's just a 6-inch barrel. The overall gun is only 24 inches, and what's great is it gets even more compact than that when you fold this down. So it's great for storage. What are they claiming? This gets about 400 feet per second. 400 feet per second. But we're going to test that. We'll see what the real roll velocity is. It did not come with this little red dot sight. I put it on there for the mount for it. But those are things that you can buy separate and add to it. Well, let me show you how to load the CO2. So you have your handle right here on the back. As you can see, there's no CO2 in this thing. No magazine in the gun. So basically, you've got these 2 pins right here on the back. You could push them both out, but you really only need to push the top one. Just slide that out that way. Guess what? This folds down just like that. Take your CO2. This is obviously an empty one. But you would just slide your CO2 in just like that. This top portion. You then just fold this gun up just like that. And you push the pin back in. See? And right here. Just push it back in. That's all there is to it. And then get your little stock out of the way here. Just hold that. Okay. And then you'll see right here is your piercing screw. You just screw that in until you hear it hiss. Just kind of snug it up. you're good to go.
Oh.
And then you have the option, you can either shoot it, obviously, with the stock out, or the stock in. Then you're good to go, but it's that simple. So, definitely a cool looking gun, but let's see how it performs. These run anywhere between $110, $130. Then obviously get a coupon, find a sale, one of those things. So let's see how well this performs, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. So stay tuned for the next segment. All right, we're going to test our HK, our MP5 over the chrono. We're just going to be shooting some 5.1 Umarex zinc BB. Let's just shoot 5 shots and see how well we do. All right, shot number 1, 436. Shot number 2, 439. Shot number 3, 440. Shot number 4, 441. It's amazing how it's going up. And shot number 5, 439. Well, that's your average speed per second. It's not an overly warm day. It's in the mid-70s here. So let's move on to the next segment. We're going to test our MP5 or HK MP5 on some accuracy. For our usual 10 meters, about 32 feet back. Let's see how well this proves. All right. We'll just shoot a few shots. However we feel like shooting. So we'll go from there. All right. Well, actually, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all for a 10-shot group for a BB gun. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. Hey, let's go ahead and test the trigger on our HK MP5. I said it's not a bad one. And let's see what type of actual full weight we got. We got our trusty Lyman trigger gauge here. And let's see what we got. Okay, heavy 7 pounds, 14 ounces. 7 pounds, 14 ounces. And honestly, it doesn't feel that heavy. It feels very, very crisp. Very crisp. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Let's try our MP5 little Plinking. We're about 32 feet back. Got a few little targets up there. Let's just see how well we do. Got a 40-round magazine. Let's just knock our targets down. All right. Piece of cake. Can't beat that. Or HK. Yeah, this gets high marks for cool factor. Alright, let's move on to the final segment. Alright, let's wrap up the MP5 with our conclusion here. A couple things I didn't cover, but I'm going to cover. What's really nice is you can get a bag like this and keep everything in it. It's so compact, so nice. You just pull out your gun, great for storage. Put a little arm out. One thing I didn't cover, there is, you can adjust the rear sights on here. There's a little screw there for windage, and then you can spin this a little bit for elevation. And then your front sight is just a little teeny post. It's surrounded with a little teeny post. I don't know if you can see this, but right in here, just a little teeny post, so pretty cool. And then again, this is an accessory I put on here. You can buy this accessory for it. It's just a base mount with a rail. And we mount the red dot on top of that. And you guys have been asking me to leave links in the description below for some of these accessories, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I even put a little strap on this thing, which is kind of cool. And we just hooked that. There's an eyelet on the front here, and then the back. You can see there's a little edge, there's a ring there. let me talk about loading the magazines, because I didn't cover that. I want to cover that for you guys. This gun is really cool. Definitely high on the cool factor. So accessories are great for this stuff. These magazines are pretty inexpensive, 40-round magazines, but they're great magazines. Let me shut in here. Let's just slide this out of the way just for a second here so I can get up here with the magazine. Okay, so we have our magazines here.
It's not a real rail.
They're plastic, but they're actually heavy. They're pretty heavy duty. So what
It's
we
not a real
have
rail.
is
It might get on there a little bit, but it won't
right
bite
here.
right.
You just bring this all the way down, and it actually locks in place. See, there's a little button on the bottom, but don't touch that yet. Okay, and then on top here, you see there's a little relief. I'll show you this right here. There's a little relief. You just open that. So in other words, just hold that down, and then you just fill the hole full of BBs. My favorite thing to do is just to take one of these BB loaders, and you can actually just set this right on top and buzz in your round. Just there's nothing to it. Just put them right in. I'm doing this for you guys. Alright, so anyway, so we get our rounds in there, you can actually see them. And then what you want to do is take your finger, don't hold this down when you hit the release, put your finger over the top, and then you can take, or you can put your hand on this and you just release the button here, you just push the button and then it slides forward. Again, I'll show you on the empty one because I don't want BBs to go all over the place. So you slide this back, just like that, and then you push the button and it goes forward. So anyway, that's all there is to it. And you can see your BBs clearly in the back of this thing. So ready to go. So very, very simple to learn. There's not much to it. Alright, so let's finish this up. This is semi-automatic. You have simply your safety and your fire. And again, the great thing about this is when the magazine is actually in the gun and it's empty, it won't fire anymore. You can't pull the trigger. Which is nice. Okay, so cool factor. This thing gets top marks because it's totally cool. It feels good in the hand. It's fun to close the stock on it and shoot it, like a pistol.
It's got a scope on it.
I mean, it's fun. This gun is designed for plinking and having fun with it. So don't really think of it anything beyond that because that's what it's designed for. But as far as performance, how did we do? Well, they claim 400 feet per second. We definitely got that. We averaged 439 feet per second at the 5.1 grain thick BB. And that performed quite well. How did it shoot? Well, at our 32 feet, which is roughly 10 meters or so, we did a 10-shot group, and we were under 2 inches. But if you'll notice, 8 of those shots were only about a 1-inch group, which is actually very respectable for a smooth bore, 6-inch barrel. I mean, think about it, it's only a 6-inch barrel, it's basically a pistol. And that's kind of what the PDW stands for when we talk about the HK-NP5, Personal Defense Weapon. Yes, PDW. So remember, this thing is designed for fun, okay? 40-round magazines are great. How many shots per CO2? You get 3 magazines. So it's very frugal on CO2. So think about it. 3 full magazines is 120 shots on 1 CO2. Which, let me tell you, you go through those quick with the semi-automatic. You saw when we were plinking how much fun it is. And that's what this gun is designed for. This is something the whole family can have fun with. Again, I'm going to leave you a link for these accessories. Or the red dot, maybe the rail, and maybe the bag, a couple of the other stuff that'll be down there. Again, in the past I haven't been, and I apologize for that. I'm going to try to take care of that in the future for you guys. But how would I rate this gun? Well, to be
It's not a real scope reel.
So, very easy.
It's just a plastic bump. You can get it to bite on there. It's a bitch, and it'll never bite on there all that great. But a real one's got a dovetail shape to it. This does not have that. So it's not positively locked on there.
Yep, 4 3/4 stars. Before we end the episode, just a reminder, please, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button, do me a favor. And
Would you
if you'd like
hook
to be
the other end of the
notified
strap
every time we
up?
come out with a new
Right
video,
here.
that little bell. And beyond that, love your feedback. Give us some thumbs up. I like to bring you guys a little different gun here and there, and I will. You're probably going to see a few more CO2s during the summer, because that's the ultimate time to get the best performance out of your CO2 rifle.
All right.
So, with
Well,
that,
we'll see you when the
check
sun
out my
comes up.
website, www.airgunDetectives.com.
I was hoping one of them would talk about the end of this,
Healthy, safe,
but no.
and enjoying each day. So until
Put a
next
little
time,
homemade
don't forget
suppressor
to
in there.
take the mystery out of the air gun. Take care.
As a kid, I used to make them all the time. In fact, I've been saving the stuff to do it. That'd be a cool little video. But we'll see you soon. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good day. Bye-bye.